What is up, you guys? My name is Marcellus, and today I'm going to bring you a discussion video. I know you're getting sick of these, but fuck it, you're going to take another one. A discussion video on why, in my opinion, Kenshin Himura is the best shonen protagonist in anime. Now, this is an opinionated video with facts from the series. Now, if you've seen animes that I haven't, of course, probably your answer will be different. I haven't seen every anime on Earth, but this is out of the shonens that I've seen. So, first of all, in my opinion, if you're a shonen male protagonist, you should affect the lives of your supporting cast and people around you. So, and pretty much anybody you've come in contact with, you should leave pretty much a moral on them, or a memory that they'll never forget and that will change their lives. So with Kenshin, I'm going to compare him to Naruto for 1 second, and don't you dare think I'm comparing him to Naruto in quality, because Kenshin is just fucking over Naruto. We all know that. Kenshin, Naruto has been trying to change Sasuke since part 1. And even through part 2, he's been trying to chase him down and change his morals. Whereas, Sasuke had his whole clan killed. He didn't see it, but he got killed by his brother. Now, on the other hand, you have Kenshin. Kenshin has Sanosuke, Sagara. Sagara was basically a group. And Sano grew up with these group of people. He looked up to the captain. And that captain and the whole group was murdered by people that they had put their faith into and had worked for. And it's basically like the Frieza Saiyan thing. The imperialistic army turned on the Sagara group and killed everybody Sano loved in front of his own eyes. And he was thrown off a cliff while his captain was being killed. So Kenshin meets Sano in one episode, fights Sano in the same episode. The next episode, he fights Sano again and changes Sano's perspective in those 2 episodes. Not his whole perspective, but he changes the way he looks at Kenshin. Kenshin, to him, at the beginning, was just an imperialistic dog. And at the end of this episode, Sano is basically saying, I'm going to stick around you. I want to be around you to see what new man you have become, and if you're like one of these imperialistic dogs. Well, in the next 3 episodes where it leads up to Jinsei and the killing, stuff like that, you see Sano basically going into positions where he'd risk his life for Kenshin. So, he changed Sano in that perspective. He changed Yahiko from being a thief to basically becoming an organized kid. He's not the polite of all kids, politest kid, I guess, but he is respectable and organized now to a certain degree, whereas he used to be a thief and a pickpocket. And he changes people's perspective throughout the whole series. He even changed Saito Hajime to a certain point. So that's Kenshin right there. The second thing I want to talk about is character development. Now, we all know, for me, character development is very, very paramount to a series. When you want to have a good, solid character, you need to have a good amount of character development. And with Kenshin, we had so many flashbacks where it showed us in the anime of him being Batosai. People around him saying, that's the legendary manslayer Batosai. Jinsei saying, once you're a manslayer, you're always a manslayer to the day you die. And we see all these flashbacks of him killing, stuff like that. And for him to go from a serial killer, this is how scary Kenshin was. Jinsei, a serial killer that's killed hundreds of people for the last 10 years, the last decade. He was killing hundreds of people with armies and everything. He kills them. And when Kenshin finally decides to, get serious and probably revert back to Batosai, when Jinsei is charging in, he gets fucking scared and trembles and jumps back. And Kenshin didn't even touch him. Kenshin didn't even move. He just looked him in the eye. And the thing that makes it more believable, not believable, but more astonishing, like outstanding of his character development is the OVAs, Trust and Betrayal. We seen how Kenshin got his mark on his face, but we also seen Batosai. We seen what he went through and what he did as Batosai, and then leading up to the anime of him becoming a savior and somebody that protects with a sword. So definitely huge character development there. It's not, and I'm not just saying this as, you know, I'm overlooking him to everybody else, because, you know, other people like Yusuke and a lot of other shonen characters have had development. You know, Yusuke went from being a brat to, you know, being a kid that accepted responsibility and pretty much fought for the people he loved. But that's still not the dramatic change from a fucking serial killer, a murderer, a manslayer, a manslaughterer, to somebody that will protect them and die for the people he loves. So that's that. The third thing is that, I'm going to say this right now. People are getting the misunderstanding that I think Rurouni Kenshin is the best shonen of all time. I do not. I think Kenshin is the best shonen protagonist of all time. The series as a whole, I only watched it because of Kenshin. Now, don't get me wrong. The supporting cast is very good. You know, we have Yahiko, Megumi, Karu, Sanosuke, Saito. We have all those people. But it's still not enough that made me watch the series. I didn't watch the series because of the animation, the music, the supporting cast. I watched the series because Kenshin had a impact on my real life and the series as a whole. He made the series. So, and that's one thing I liked about Kenshin. He made an impact on my real life. He made me think that no matter what your past was, if you put your mind to it, you can not forget about your past, but get over it and make sure you don't make that mistake in the future and be whatever you want to be. So thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below why you like Kenshin, or who's your favorite male shonen protagonist of all time. I'm not redoing videos. It's just I had to make a video why Kenshin is my favorite. And do not forget to subscribe. I will see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching.